Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Mastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkrapatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Paramananda Madhavam Dinayaminyau, verse number 12. Dinayaminyau sayam pratah shiravasanto punarayatah lakridati gachatyayu tadapi namunchatyashavayu Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate Samprapte Sannihite Kali Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukrankarani Dinayaminyau Sayam Pratah Shishiravasanto Punarayatah Kala Kridati Gachatyayuhu Tadapina Munchati Ashavayu. Right? Kalaha kridati gacchati ayuhu. Time viciously plays with each one of us and life just slips away. Usually, they have a phrase in English commonly used. Life is short, time is fleeting. Life is short, time is fleeting. Yet, we don't pay attention to the most important things. See, Dinayaminya, the day, night. Sayam Prataha. Sayam is dusk, evening. Prataha is dawn. Keeps moving, changing. Shishira Vasanta, winter, spring. Punarayataha, again and again they keep coming. Meaning, the cycle of time keeps on going, keeps on rolling. Usually we say time is going, no? One great poet says, Kalona yataha vayameva yataha. Time is not going, we are only going. We are only aging and good. Time is time, it is there always. Vayameva yataha. We only are passing by. Time is always there. This word, kala kridati, gachatyayu, that kala kridati, that kridati is a very beautiful word here. Kridati is playing, but it is not just playing. Kalaha kridati, meaning time is playing with you. Time is playing with you means what? Kridati, meaning it is viciously playing with us. If you want to know what exactly that Kridati here means, you should observe how the cat plays with the mouse, that rat. You have to watch that. The cat from here sees the mouse. There. Corner. Then from here it plans its attack. Slowly. That rat does not know. The rat is very happily, its own, jolly well going about it. The fellow slowly grows. And from some point of time, the rat sees this cat. The moment it sees, it runs for its life. The cat is faster. The cat runs behind, one pounce and under its leg. Just presses it, keeps it. And then after some time, releases that. That fellow down, he gets up. He looks up. The cat looks. The fellow's pressure rises up. Pressure becomes so high for this rat, it's shivering. The cat sometimes, then after some time, looks like this. Meow. This side. The fellow rat looks. The pressure is so high, it falls again. Blood pressure goes, it falls. Cat will not leave. Wakes him up. Fellow gets up. Runs. Do you think cat will? The cat will not immediately run. Now it's in the corner. Where can it go? Looks at it. And goes little that time. One more bit. Falls down. This way goes on for some time. And finally, the rat surrenders. The same way, time also plays with us. It's a vicious play. It doesn't kill us immediately. It's not a cobra. If the rat gets caught with the cobra, moment it is done, finished. That poison will go and finish it up. But it's not like that. Kala kridati. Time toys with us. And slowly saps away all our energies and strengths and everything. And then finishes it off. Gacchati ayuhu tadapi na munchati. Even then, tadapi, even then, na munchati. One doesn't give up. What? Ashavayuhu. Ashavayuhu, the tempest of desire. One doesn't give up. What do you mean the tempest of desire, one doesn't give up? Have you seen this hurricane and whirlwinds and all those gusty gales and all those things? They lift you out of your foot. They take you. They push you. In the same way, this tempest of desire within us, there it's outside, that gale, that wind is outside. But here, these gale winds of desire, they push us here and there, hither and thither, make us do this and that, for gaining this and that. And finally, we are left with know this, know that. And only a bundle of wasted time. Kala kridati gachatyayu. Tadapi na munchati ashavayu. Why is he identifying desire here? Because as long as desire is there, it will not give us the freedom, the mental space to do what we want to do. Desire will keep us occupied. That is the beauty of desire. Desire will keep us mentally preoccupied and action-wise busy and occupied. A person who is mentally preoccupied and physically occupied, where does the person have either the internal space or the external freedom to do the really important things? Tadapi na munchatyashavayuhu. If a person is able to conquer desire, at least to some extent, not fully conquer, then there is space. Then one can go for satsanga. Then the progress can start. Satsangatve, nisangatvam, nisangatve, nirmohat. The journey can begin. But as long as desires are so strong and powerful, and especially if the desires are selfish in nature, where oneself is the focus, then what happens? One deteriorates further. Selflessness purifies. Selfishness makes us deteriorate. Selflessness. What is the difference between selflessness and selfishness? When we think of selflessness, no, we think we have nothing to gain. Is that right? When we think selflessness, we think nothing we have to gain. But that is wrong thinking. In selflessness, others also gain. We say the freedom fighters selflessly work for the freedom of the country. We say, is it not? And when India became free, they remained slaves or what? When India became free, they also became free. Is it not? In the same way, selflessness means what? Selflessness, others benefit. And when everyone benefits, I too benefit. That is called selflessness. Selfishness is what? I alone benefit. Selflessness is everyone benefits. Naturally, when everyone benefits, I am also part of everyone. I will also benefit. Yes? When everyone becomes happy, why should I become sad? When the whole country grows, I will also grow. When everyone becomes prosperous, I will also be prosperous. So selflessness is taking the focus out of the self. That is what it means. Selflessness means taking the focus out of oneself. Oneself means out of the individual. Not the pure self. Not the Shuddha Atma, but the Jivatma. And that immediately helps us manifest greater strength and greater power and greater ability. The person who is selfless has got greater power, greater energy, greater capacity. The person who is selfish somehow becomes anxious, less capable, and less efficient. When I'm looking for everyone's happiness, I become fearless. Some capacity comes to me. When I'm working only for myself, somehow my energies and all are down because anxiety, tension and all are more. Please think carefully about this. It was the same Mohandas who as a barrister, as an advocate, wanted to fight in the court for his gain. So that when he wins the case, he will get something out of it. But the same that Mohandas, when he got up, when he wanted to make that case, present the case in front of the honorable judge, he started shivering. Nothing was coming out. No words were coming out. He sat down in shame. But the same Mohandas, when he started thinking about the welfare of the people who are suppressed in South Africa, that same fellow Same fellow who was so shy and who was a coward, suddenly where did he get the strength from? When we take the attention out of the ego, we become very powerful. That is why you will find all these so-called social workers, fearless fellows. The selfless people are really very powerful people. They've got a greater power because the ego is taken out of the equation. When the ego comes, it pollutes. It creates anxiety. It creates fear. It creates expectation. It creates disappointments. When the ego is kept out of the equation, immediately a person gains somehow greater capacity. This you can see in everything you can see, even in animals you can see. That same cat which runs away seeing the dog. But if that cat were to have kittens, then let us see. Look at the cat. Forget about cat. I don't know whether you have seen that YouTube videos and all which go. That hen fighting against a snake. Have you seen? I do not know. One hen is there and the small chickens are there. Chicks are there. Chicks are there. And this snake cobra, this fellow fights. Why? Selfless, powerful. This hen can take on the whole world. Why cobra? Because attention is not on itself. Take attention out of yourself and put for a larger cause and see how powerful you are. You could have experienced yourself also. When you have a larger cause other than yourself, you will find suddenly great power and strength flowing through you. Right? Therefore, even if you have to take up an action dedicated to a greater cause. Remove your asha vayuhu, unfunction, and see the power, see the transformation, see the evolution it can give to you. The beginning of any spiritual unfoldment begins, the beginning of any spiritual unfoldment starts when we give up our selfishness. That is the beginning of all spiritual unfoldment. And spiritual unfoldment ushers in for us greater energy, greater capacity, greater fulfillment, and an ability that exceeds far beyond the ego. Kala kridati gacchatyayuhu tadapina munchati ashavayuhu. But here the discussion is about giving up that kind of wish and want for this or that of the world and moving up more deeper into the realization of the self, whereby satsangatve, nissangatve, nirmohatve, nischalatatvam begins. Nischalatatve jivan muktihi. The whole process can start. But where does it start? Giving up the selfishness. Even if we can't give full selfishness off, at least let us learn to find out causes where we can forget our selfishness. Greater purposes where the ego is sublimated. Find out that more and more. You find out for yourself where is that where you can forget your ego. And then put yourself there. And then see for yourself the fruits of such selflessness. And once we see the beauty of being selfless, then you will find selfishness is irritating you, and whenever it comes, you want to take it out. We have to see the joys of these things. Just intellectually discussing, nothing is going to happen. Each one has to find for oneself. Here I am selfless, I find great joy. Then more and more, life will become selfless. And as one becomes more and more selfless, spiritual pursuit has already begun through the back door. We do not know. Spiritual pursuit has already begun. It will happen automatically by itself. Slowly you will find for yourself, you want higher things. You want to study deeper, Shastra. Automatically it will come by itself. You can't force yourself, I want to study the scriptures. You can't do that. Desire is not something which can be forced. Desire has to come by itself. So how will desire for higher things come? When you give that atmosphere for the mind to desire. How can you give the atmosphere for the mind to desire higher things? By becoming more and more selfless and removing the selfishness. How can I find more and more? How can I become more and more selfless? By finding those causes which inspire you and dedicating yourself for a greater purpose. It can be anything you find out for yourself. When I say karma yoga, it is not always one is inspired by God. Not everybody has that kind of comprehension also about God, reality and all those things. But people understand things. Forest needs to be protected. They dedicate themselves for that. That is also karma yoga. Karma yoga is what? Karma yoga is where selfishness is not pumped. That's called karma yoga. Where there is a greater dedication, a greater goal for which we dedicate oneself. Nation, the country, some aspect of the country, helping people who are poverty-ridden, helping children to gain their education, helping poor artisans find their jobs and livelihood. N number of opportunities are there where we can find a greater purpose and goal. Right? So walk the path of spirituality by giving up the force of desire in one's own heart. Don't try to remove desire. It is not going to happen that way. Find a greater cause where we can dedicate oneself. Desire will automatically go away. You cannot attack desire directly. In the Ramayana, you will find the story where Vali and Sugriva are fighting. When you fight, when Sugriva is fighting with Vali, half the strength of Sugriva will go to Vali, because that is the boon Vali has taken. How did Rama hit Vali? Hiding behind, hiding somewhere. He struck Vali. Why? Vali here stands for desire. Don't fight with desire directly. You try to fight, desire will take half your strength and energy. Then how do you fight against desire? Indirectly you fight. How do you indirectly fight? Find a greater cause where you can dedicate all your energies. Desire will automatically go away. That is how you have to conquer desire. So I love God. Desires go away. I love the nation. Not that desires go away, desires go to the background. And as they go to the background, slowly, their power also goes away. Right? These are practical ways by which you can accomplish what you want. All right. So, life is short, time is fleeting, and my dear, what are you still doing? Next verse. Kate kanta dhanagata chinta. Should we chant together? Kate kanta dhanagata chinta vatula kim tava.
त्रिजगति सज्जन संगति रेका भवति भवार्णवतरणे
नौका. Once more. Kate kanta चिंता वातुल किम तव नास्ति नियंता. Sajjana Sangati Reka Varnavatarane Nauka Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Udamate
Samprapte
Nihite Kale
Nahi
Rakshati Dukrin Karane Kate Kanta Danagata Chinta Vatula Kimtava Nasti Niyanta Trijagati Sajjana Sangati Eka Bhavati Bhavarnava Tarane Nauka Kate Kanta Danagata Chinta Kate Kanta Danagata Chinta means what? How much, man? How much worry? How much anxiety? How much? Too much. Kanta Danagata Chinta. Chinta means worry, anxiety. Chinta means constantly preoccupied. What is what preoccupied? Kanta Danagata Chinta. Kanta and Dana here are only words. Kanta means beloved. Right? Nari Stanabhara Nabi Desham. Kanta. Dana, wealth. This, when we say, sometimes we use the word women and gold. This is only expression, the phrase, it means something. When I say woman, these are all terms which mean some things. There's nothing against woman, nothing against wealth, nothing against gold. Gold is representative of wealth, women is representative of pleasure and joy. So Kanta Danagata Chinta means how much are you thinking about pleasure and joy of this and that object of the world? How much you are thinking of this and that you want to gain? Non-stop thinking about wealth, money, profit, loss, aggrandizement. How much are you going to think on these kind of things alone? Hey, Vatula. Vatula means, you mad fellow. You crazy. That is what the word means. This is a scolding word. Vatula. Oh, Muda Shiromani. Oh, best among the fools. Kim tava nasti niyanta. Nobody is there who can control you. Meaning, you are such a capable person. I know the core of you. How good you are. How capable you are. How truly, if you put your energies and strength to purposes, how much you can attain. What is the enormous accomplishment you will be able to gain in your life. You are so intelligent. Everything is there. What is wrong with you, crazy fellow? Everything is there, but you are not using your abilities and capacities to the maximum for higher purposes and glorious accomplishments. Is there no one who can guide you and tell you on all these things? Like that. Okay, then if there is nobody, let me tell you. Trijagati Sajjana Sangati Reka. If I have to tell you one thing which will benefit you from my understanding of the entire Shastras, from my comprehension of what is available in all the three worlds, meaning if I have to find out one thing which can really help you, it is this: Sajjana Sangati. Sangati, association. Association with Sajjana. What is Sajjana? Those who have got that appreciation, abidance, knowledge and realization of the Sat. Meaning, those people who have got the comprehension of the reality. Those people who are walking the path of spiritual knowledge. Those people who have gained that realization of the spiritual path. by somehow, by some means, what you do, oh Vatula, you correct yourself with these Mahatmas. Find out those who can help you. This alone, eka, trijagati, sajjana, sangatihi, eka. This sajjana sangati is what is called as satsanga. What came before. And what is that? Bhavati bhavarnava tarane nauka. Bhavarnava. Bhavarnava is samsara sagara. Bhava, samsara, they all mean the same word. Bhava means what? That which keeps on becoming something or the other. Bhavati iti. Bhavati, bhavishyati. Keeps on becoming something or the other. Remains never stationary. Continuous movement of flux and change. You can never think that it is going to, what is giving, it is sometimes happiness, sometimes it is sadness, sometimes joy, sometimes sorrow, keeps on changing non-stop. That is called bhava or samsara. And it doesn't stop with one life. Life after life after life, it goes on and on and on. That is called as bhava. That is called samsara. And that is compared here to ocean. Why it is compared to ocean? When you are in an ocean, you never know from where it begins and where it ends. You feel it is always there, and there is no way you can go out of it. Because you are in the midst of the ocean. If you look around, water everywhere. Suppose such situation is there. Now suppose such a situation is there, endless, you find that you are stuck up. Then there is only one way you can cross an ocean. However strong you are, you cannot cross the ocean by swimming. However strong you may be the best Olympic, whatever, you may be Phelps, what is that name? Phelps. Michael Phelps you may be. Phelps, okay, Michael Phelps. You may be anyone, but you will not be able to cross. There is only one way you can cross the ocean, and that is you need a ship. Even when you are on the ship, don't think that is easy. The ship will rock and roll also sometimes. And when gusty winds and cyclones and thundering typhoons, all of them are there. There is no way. But the ship, yes, it will have a lot of rocking and rolling, but the ship can take you across. That's the only way. And this sajjana sangati bhavati bhavarnava tarane nauka. It's the only way you can cross. What is the only way you can cross this ocean of samsara? Satsanga. Right? Kate kanta dhanagata chinta vatula kim tava nasti niyanta trijagata sangati reka bhavati bhavarnava tarane nauka. Why? Because once you catch satsang, then what will happen? Satsangatve nisangatvam nisangatve nirmohatvam nirmohatve nischalatatvam nischalatatve jivan muktihi. The boat will take you across. That ship will take you across. And this is the route it will take. Okay? All right. Then what? All right. Now so much you are telling me that I must conquer desire and all those things. I have decided I must going to conquer desire. What am I going to do? I am going to renounce everything. Decision is taken. Do you think that is going to help you? Next verse. Jatilo mundi lunchita keshaha kashayambara
Pashyannapi cha na pashyati mudha
Yudara nimittam bahukrita vesha Bhaja Govindam
Govindam
Bhaja Modhamate Samprapte Sannihite Kale Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane Tadapina munchati Ashavayu, Ashavayu. How many times? Kanta, Dhanagata, Chinta, Vatula. How many times you scolded me? Now I have done. What is it? I am now renouncing. Renouncing. Gone. Given up everything. Now at least will you praise me? Now you see, Jatilo. So he is describing all those various type of renunciates. Jatilaha. Jatilaha means what? One who has got jata. Jata. What do you mean one who has got jata? He is such a renunciate that his hair, which he has not washed for so long, has accumulated so much of dust that it will not come out from each other, the hair strands. It has become a thick lock, and the thick lock has become thickened, and it has become one inseparable strand. Like that 4 or 5 strands are there. And what is this Mahatma doing? This Mahatma is tying up all of them and like this. Easy pillow he got. Whenever he wants, he can put like this and go to sleep. Jatilaha. One type. Another type. Mundi. What is Mundi? Shavan. Totally. Mundana. Mundi. So another Mahatma. One Mahatma is with jata. Hair. In exuberance. Another Mahatma is what? You won't find a hair there. Totally shaven. And he ensures that it is shaven always so that his head can shine in the brightness of the sun like a moon. Mundi is Mundi. Then there is another Mahatma, another type of Mahatma. What is this Mahatma? Renunciate, na? How is he? Lunchita Keshaha. What is Lunchita Keshaha? Babre, very painful. Every hair you have to remove. Not only the hair here also, all your facial hair. Try, one hair you try. Forget about one hair, you try one from here, you try. How it is painful. Lunchita Keshaha. Jatilaha. Various styles with respect to the hair. Jatilaha. Mundi. Lunchita Keshaha. And then what? Kasha Yambara Bahukruta Veshaha. Bahukruta, various type, manifold Vesha, attires. Kashayambara. Kashaya means what? Kashaya is that ochre cloth. No? That geruva cloth. Different kind of geruvas. One is a dark orange. Another is a orange tending to become pink. Another is orange going towards red. Another is orange which is shining maroon. Another is tending towards yellow. Yellow also, mango yellow. Or saffron yellow. Lemon yellow. All kinds of kasha, yambara. Each one different color. Bahukrita vesha. Pashyannapi chana pashyati mudaha. Pashyannapi, seeing, even though seeing. Nacha pashyati, he is not seeing. Seeing and yet not seeing. Mudaha, fool. But all these dresses, all these attires and all these various things, Jatilaha, Mundi, Lunchita Kesha, all those things what? What for then? Udara nimittam. Udara is stomach. Udara nimittam means what? For the sake of stomach. For the sake of stomach means what? For the sake of for the belly. Bahukrita veshaha. Look at all these various attires of all these seemingly so-called Mahatmas. What is he telling? The real change, the real transformation, and the real place where we have to effect a change is not in the hairstyle, is not in the dress style, but the real change has to happen in the mind. Nyayassa nitya sannyasi yona dveshtina kankshati. Arjuna wants to take sannyas in Mahabharata. In Mahabharata, in Bhagavad Gita, you will find Arjuna is saying, I want to give up everything and go to the forest. I want to become a renunciate. Because why? I want to gain knowledge. I want to gain liberation. I want to run away from everything. He became an escapist for a moment because he became confused on what is dharma and adharma. He wanted to run away. And Bhagavan Shri Krishna tells Arjuna, you know who is a real sannyasi, Arjuna? Nyayassa nitya sannyasi. Such is a real sannyasi. Who is that real sannyasi? Yona dveshtina kankshati. One who is free of likes and dislikes. Meaning, the real conquest is a conquest of the mind. The real conquest is a conquest of one's inner passions. The real conquest is to shatter one's delusions. The real conquest is to master the mind. Without mastering the mind, you do all these things. And if the intention is wrong, and what is the intention? If the intention is to live a very easy-go life, and wearing all these things, and people will think, Mahatma. Ravana also dressed like a Mahatma. He also came as a renunciate. And what was the inner purpose? To carry away Sita ji. Can wearing a dress make you a Mahatma? Can lengthening the hair or shortening the hair can make you Mahatma? Then all the punks of the 60s and the 70s and the 80s should have been Mahatmas. They were at one time, punks were a whole lot. All kinds. And physically torturing yourself does not mean that you have mastered the mind. Maybe by physically torturing yourself, maybe you have a sense of accomplishment, that you conquered the body, conquered the mind. That is only one aspect, conquering pain. That way buffaloes also conquer pains, because they are standing right in sun and rain and monsoon. They conquer pain. Can you call a buffalo Mahatma? Because it's standing in the sun and the rain without any change. You go and take a stick and beat up the buffalo. Don't beat it. You go to take a stick and go and beat the buffalo does like this and stays there. Mahatma? No. The real change is the renunciation of desire. Till that happens, one is a individual. Jatilo mundi lunchita kesha kashayambara bahukrita vesha pashyanna pichana pashyati mudaha yudara nimittam bahukrita vesha. In Shankaracharya's time also, many must have been there. Otherwise, why is he saying like this? Yeah, it was there much before Ravana also, no? Ravana was much before Shankaracharya. All right. So if this renunciation is not going to help me to become a true inner renunciate of desires, then let us do one thing. To conquer desires, let me indulge in desires. Because giving up desires, giving up desirables does not help me conquer desire, then let me engage myself in desirables. Let me fully immerse myself in worldly pleasures. And as I go through those pleasures, what will happen? All my desires will be fulfilled. And when the desires are fulfilled, I have conquered desires. Can we say like that? Angam galitam palitam mundam dashana vihinam jatam. Verse number 15. Together, okay? Gam galitam palitam mundam
Jatam tundam riddho yati grihitva dandam tadapi namunchatya pindam.
Once more. Angam galitam palitam mundam
dashana
vihinam jatam tundam
riddho yati grihitva dandam
tadapi namunchatya pindam. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate te sannihite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukrinkarani nahi nahi rakshati dukrinkarani. Here is a word picture of a person who has gone through life fully, having enjoyed all that life can offer, and one who has aged that way. Age that way means what? Lived a life of all fullness of worldly pleasures and aged. So here Shankaracharya describes the word picture. You can, as he describes each word you understand, you are getting a full picture in front of you. That's called a word picture. An artist has got a canvas. With the canvas he can paint a beautiful picture and you can see. A sculptor, he can also paint a picture for you. He doesn't have paint a picture, but he carves a picture for you. You can see. The most subtlest of all paintings. Sometimes you can also paint on waters. Have you seen? Paint on waters. On sand. All these things, not paint on sand. You can have a sand sculpture. You can have. On water you can put those powders and create a painting. Very, very subtle. But you know what is the subtlest of all paintings? That's a word painting. Here Shankaracharya is attempting a word painting. See if you can capture that painting. In word painting, the word is the color and the paint, and your mind is the canvas. The most subtlest of all paintings. Some very, very highly accomplished authors can do that. They say a few words and we can see the whole thing in front of our eyes. Mental eyes. An artist. Directors are able to give picture to those words when they make their movies or when they create dramas. But the subtlest of all art is a word art. Here. Angam galitam. Angam means limbs. All the limbs are what? Galitam. Galitam means weak, dilapidated. They are not standing, they are just hanging. They don't have any energy. They are still waving. Galitam. Palitam. Mundam. Mundam is head. Palitam means what? It has become grano, white. Has become white. Meaning the hair has all turned white. Snow white. Palitam mundam. Dashana vihinam. Jatam tundam. Tundam is mouth. Jatam has become. What has become to the mouth? Dashana vihinam. Dashana is teeth. Dashana vihinam means what? All teeth have gone away. Teethless. And then, who's this Vruddha? This old man. Yati. He's going. How is he going? Grihitva dandam. Holding a stick and walking. Can you see this picture? There's an old man with a stick, walking. His limbs are all frail. His body is bent holding the stick. And his hair is all white hair. Not oiled, nothing. All hair is all flowing like this. Not cut, not trimmed, flowing. Dashana Vihinam. When he opens the mouth, even when he closes the mouth, you can see that there is no teeth. It's all hanging like this. And when he opens the mouth, only teethless. What is that? What is that? The jaws, the gums, the maxilla and the mandibles, all only gums are there. Right? And this person is walking. Outside, the person is incapable of fulfilling any desire. Outside. But inside, how? Tadapina munchatyasha pindam. He carries a pinda. Pinda means he carries a weight. What weight does he carry? This old man. He can't carry himself. For that he is having a stick. But he is carrying a weight inside. What is that weight? Asha pindam. He is carrying the weight of desire. So when Diwali is there, when all of them are having their nice eatables, all lovely, lovely dishes, sweets and everything, this man looks with his eyes all bulging. Oh, whatever he can eat, he tries to eat. But what? No teeth is there. But okay, but somehow he manages to eat that all softy things he manages. And those hardy murku is there. Murku, you know murku? Chakri. That murku is there. But he can't eat. What does he say? He tells that small fellow, hey, can you take this, make it a powder? Age, indulgence does not mean desire goes away. You cannot end desire by external renunciation. You cannot end desire by a life of indulgence. Na jatu kamanam upabhogena shamyati. Havisha Krishna vartma iva bhuyayeva abhivardate. Meaning, if there is a fire, and in that fire you throw more and more fuel, let us say oil or ghee, then what will happen to the fire? It will only rise. The same way, desires are not going to cease by more and more enjoyment. Why, Swamiji, I should give up my desire? No, don't fully give up desire. Little bit you give desire up. Why? Only then satsanga can happen. Till that time, mental preoccupation only will be there. To allow that mental space for higher things to somehow slip in, you have to give some space for the mind. And then once satsanga starts, it will take you. Satsangatve, nissangatvam, nissangatve, nirmohatvam, nirmohatve, nischalatatvam, nischalatatve, jivan mukti. It will take you there. But the whole thing starts by giving up desire. But can you give up desire just by renouncing? No. Can you give up desire by indulging one after another so that desire can be exhausted by indulgence? No. Oh, then what should I do to give up desire? Is there any other method? Let me take up deep tapascharya, austerity. I shall conquer desire. I will take up austerities, tapas. Agre vahni prishte bhanuhu. Next verse, 16. Together, okay? Agre vahni prishte bhanuhu ratrau chubka marpita januhu karatat tadapina munchatyasha pasha. Once more. Agre Vagni
पृष्ठे भानुः रात्रौ चुबुकसमर्पितजानुः करतलभिक्षस्तरुतलवासः तदपि न मुञ्चत्याशा
Pashah Bhaj Govindam
भज गोविन्दं
Govindam Bhaj Mudhamate Samprapte Sannihite Kale Nahi nahi rakshati dukrankarani Nahi nahi rakshati dukrankarani. Again a word picture. You can see for yourself. Agre Vahnihi. In front is a glowing fire. A fire which has been lit. Agre Vahni. Fire is glowing. Glowing. You are sitting in front of the fire. You put one leg on this, another leg on this, fire. Front fire. And then what? Prishte Bhanuhu. And behind you is a burning sun. Prishte Bhanu. They take up that kind of tapas where front there is fire, behind there is sun. Sometimes they take this Panchagni tapas. In front fire, back fire, this fire, here fire. So four sides fire. And then one more fire, up, sun, that is the fire. Like that, one takes up. Agre Vahnihi, Prishte Bhanuhu, backside. And then this is how you are, whole day you are in tapas. And night, how do you cover yourself? Ratrau, in the night. Chubuka. Chubuka means chin. Chubuka. This is called chin. Chubuka. Samarpita Januhu. Janu means knee. In the night, how are you resting? Scold. How are you resting? Chubuka. Januhu. This Janu, this knee, is surrendered to the cheeks. Meaning what? That fetal position. Meaning, it is so cold. But you are practicing tapas. Not a single sheet of cotton also. I will cover myself. I will stay in the cold. And maximum comfort, maximum warmth is the warmth my body can give to itself. Whole night like this. What about food? Something you have to eat now to survive. Yes, I go for bhiksha. But what kind of bhiksha? What do you carry with you? Do you have a kamandalu at least? Kamandalu, a tiffin box kind of thing, sometimes these people keep nowadays. Earlier it used to be made of this gourd. Now kamandalu. Do you have in which they can give you food? No. Karatala bhiksha. Kara means hand. Karatala means what? The top portion of the hand. The surface of the hand is the bhiksha patra. Meaning, remember, if somebody gives bhiksha like this, you cannot keep more and keep it with you. Only this much. And you can't eat with one hand because another hand is here. So how are you eating? Your tapas is so much that nothing is kept for the next meal. What is given here, that is the only food. As you go and have bhavati bhikshan, somebody gives, you have it. Karatala bhiksha. And where do you stay? your address, Nehru Park, fourth tree, down, Tarutala Vasaha. Vasaha, your stay is where? Tarutala, Taru is tree, Tala is what? The bottom, the base. Tarutala Vasaha. All these things, great tapascharya, but still, tadapina munchati asha pashaha. Even then, that fetters, those chains of desires have not been cut asunder. Meaning, what is that actual transformation, that actual spiritual pursuit? That actual spiritual pursuit is that which is enabled by the conquest of desire. That has not been accomplished in spite of such rigorous austerity. First, what did he say? Renunciation. Jatilo, mundi, lunchita, kesha. Renunciation. That did not help one conquer desire. Right? Then this person took up what? I shall enjoy and conquer desire. Angam galitam palitam mundam dashana vihinam jatam tundam vruddho yati grihitva dandam tadapinam chati asha pindam. You see the rhyming. Angam galitam palitam mundam dashana vihinam jatam tundam vruddho yati grihitva dandam tadapinam chati asha pindam. See that? How he composes the poem. Okay, next what? I am going to take up such rigorous austerities. Do they help you master your mind and conquer your desire? Agre vahni prushte bano ratrau chubuka samatpita jaro karatala bhikshas tarutala vasaha tadapina munchati asha pasha. Now what to do to conquer desire? Moderation. Little bit enjoy, little bit give up. Moderation. Will moderation work and help one conquer desire? What do you all think? That is the next verse. Okay? Kurute Gangas. Shall we do it today or tomorrow? Tomorrow we'll take it up. Tomorrow we'll take it up. Okay. Do you see how Shankaracharya is building the thought and trying to communicate? Wait for the discovery. Okay. How that desire can be conquered. Why? That desire can be conquered only then you will walk the spiritual path. Full conquer of desire is coming next. But at least conquer a bit so that you can start the walk. And then you can reach the fullness of conquest. How that is done? Next verse, this point is also touched up. Tomorrow we'll do it. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.